Hi guys, I'm Painting.rs and you're watching a channel about painting miniatures where we do anything but painting miniatures. And to be honest, GW was truly surprised me for the first time since the release of Cicatrice Maledictum. And it happened not with 40k or AOS or with Killteams. Specifically with the announcement of Killzone Shadow Hunt, a new mega model of Nightbringer and a 2-tier battlefield. Could GW really surprise us again? So today we are going to talk about 5 kill teams that you definitely weren't expecting but that GW could very well make to impress us once again. But before we start, pause the video and write your suggestions in the comments. Let's see who among us can predict the future. Selection criteria for the top. Nothing banal, no Wolfen, Legion of the Damned, Dark Mechanicum or Exodites, that's obvious. The characters must be in the current lore. That's it, no Chaos Tower from the 6th expansion sphere. The time will come.
Not today, old friend.
Reuse. Killteams is a gateway to the larger Warhammer universe. So each squad must be useful in other game systems as well. And most importantly, unique mechanics. Killteams already has more than 50 squads and we need something new. Fifth place, the Hrud. Yes, those very Hruds, the legendary Xerox that everyone has heard of but a few have seen. Their special feature is an entropic field that accelerates the aging and destruction of everything around them. Remember that during the Great Crusade, the Hrud migration nearly destroyed the other various legion. Reuse perfect NPCs for Zone Mortalis Necromunda or Blackstone Fortress. Unique mechanics, corrosion of the enemy. Permanent debuffs to the enemy's equipment and characteristic right during the game. Terrain destruction from old age and bonuses from moving in the shadows. It's no wonder that the Inquisition once included them in the list of the highest level casino threats. They didn't know about the tyrannies back then. First place, Ordo Chronos Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
There are hundreds of minor orders in the lore and Ordo Chronos is one of the most mysterious. Their specialization is time anomalies in the warp. A ship can exit warp before it even entered it. And this is what the Chronos Inquisitors had to deal with. Reuse as agents for the Inquisition in 40k. Unique mechanics, time control, rerolling, rewarding phases, slowing down the enemy, swapping phases. Want to reroll or another move? Or for your opponent to skip a phase? The Ordo Chronos have already seen the outcome of the battle and they don't like it. Third place, Man of Iron. Once upon a time, humanity created the Man of Iron to conquer the galaxy. AI rebelled and sent humanity into the Age of Strife. Today we have already seen UR-025 in Blackstone Fortress. And there are hints that somewhere in the distant corners of the galaxy, entire planets of steel men still exist. Abominable intelligence has what it takes to cut down to size Adeptus Mechanicus. Firstly, self-prepare on the battlefield, change your protocol several times per phase, and most interestingly, weapons from the dark age of technology. Once upon a time, Iron Man could extinguish stars and draw the planet's population blood with the help of trillions of nanorobots. So one can only envy the imagination of GW game designers. One fact, during the Great Crusade, the Emperor himself used the remnants of the Iron Man to create 35 battle automata for the Iron Wing of the Dark Angels Legion. And they still lie in Leo L. Jones' nightstand on his flagship. If GW decides to give us miniatures or power with a description of 6 undemonic automatons with proton cannons, it will be the hottest release of the year. The second place, Savlar Chem-Dogs, the most charismatic thugs of the Imperium. Savlars are convicts who fight not for the Empire but for the reduction in their prison terms and the opportunity to loot trophies from the battlefield. Unique mechanics, instant use of weapons from fallen enemies. A year saving Xerox. use of terrain for survival. They hide like real rude boys. And yes, they can loot even their fallen comrades. This would be the first kill team with random elements at the start because every Savlar carries trophies from previous battles in his backpack. As the first place, Umbra, you definitely didn't guess this one. Umbra are mysterious creatures that live in a vacuum and feed on warp energy. They can be found near warp engines or at the entrances to Ordo gateways into the web. In perfect light, they look like a simple black sphere, but in the shadows, however, they transform into terrifying shadow creatures with claws and teeth. We early have eared injuries of shade, but these dark chocolate M&Ms use shadows not only for teleportation but also directly as their weapon. The most interesting thing is the change in the stress and size of the model depending on the time spent in the shadows. They use prepared NPCs for Necromunda, Zone Mortalis, or Blackstar Fortress. The model changes its size and stress depending on the amount of shadow around. Umbra is the most surreal and atmospheric kill team. And conclusion, that's it. My top 5 kill teams that no one is expecting but GW could actually make. Now it's your turn. Which ones would you like to see? Write in the comments, and if the idea is cool, I will make a second part with your suggestions. This is Peter Torres signing off, and may your pack never run dry.